Hello, everyone. Today I have a couple of questions for you. Are you guilty of one more year syndrome? That's the syndrome where you think you need to work one more year to secure your financial future. And secondly, if you do feel like you have a secure financial future and you are retired or about to retire, are you concerned or afraid to use your money? I want to welcome you back to Rebel Retirement, where we talk about all things retirement and how you can determine what you value through a just-in-time retirement mindset. I'm Marlene. So the first story is about a person that was so focused on retirement that what he did was become very frugal with his money. He started from a young age saving for retirement. That was his goal. I'm going to save for retirement and I'm going to retire early. And you've probably heard of the FIRE movement. Maybe you're in the FIRE movement. Financial independence, retire early. And there's nothing wrong with the goal of retiring early. But I want to ask you, is it at the expense of missing out on your life, particularly your own life, but if you have a family with children, how is this affecting your family? So I don't have any problem with people, living within their means and saving for their retirement. But the story that I want to tell is from a woman who said that she grew up with her father who had this idea about financial independence and retiring early. And so every little extra dime that he had went to retirement, and it was at the expense of the family. They always felt that it was always about the retirement, and they didn't really enjoy the money that they had. So this man was working, like gangbusters just so he could retire early. That was his main goal while the kids were growing up and, life was passing him by, as I would say. So this gentleman in his 50s found out that he had cancer. And this was devastating to him because he realized that he had been saving all of this money and he wasn't going to make it to retirement. So he was in his early 50s and he was brokenhearted. He realized his children had grown up. He had essentially missed their lives. He didn't use his money. He didn't enjoy his money. Let's put it that way. So he did gift his children each with $10,000 of that retirement money. I ultimately have no clue as to what he really had saved or invested. But the daughter went on to say that the father was so touched and moved when she took that $10,000 and bought herself a pair of diamond earrings that he was brought to tears because I guess he realized what the true meaning of life is. And it's not about the money. It's about the experiences. It's about our relationships. It's about the things that we do with our money. Having money is good, but we need to remember that it's how we use it. Saving for some far off retirement. We just don't know what the future holds that way. So it's not a matter of being irresponsible because saving is good. We should all have some savings and we should all have, some sort of emergency fund. But if we're so focused on retirement, and it does seem like a lot of the media and a lot of the internet and a lot of younger people are so focused on that, that maybe they're losing sight of what's really important. So I wanted to ask you that question. So, let me know in the comments how you feel about that. And then the other question is if you do have enough money saved, if you feel comfortable with what you do have, and maybe you are already retired, are you afraid to use that money? And this story is from personal experience because I happen to know this gentleman. He had a good job. He was enjoying his life. He had hobbies and he also volunteered and did different things. but he was afraid to use any of his retirement savings because he was afraid that it would disappear. So when it came to his wife, that didn't bode very well with her because she thought, well, this is a time of our lives where we can do a little traveling, where we can use a little bit of that money, where we can, enjoy it. I mean, it was a lifetime of working. Why can't we enjoy some of that money? Now, this gentleman did want to leave a legacy or a financial legacy for his children. So, I can appreciate, that mindset, but think about that. Think about if you save for retirement and you're so afraid that your money is going to disappear, and who knows, maybe it would disappear and you wouldn't be able to give your kids any kind of financial legacy anyway. I mean, it could disappear through various ways. I don't know if he had, investments in the stock market, but they could certainly disappear that way. As time goes along with inflation, the value of the dollar deflates. So, that's another way that the money could disappear. So why not use it, while you have it? I'm not saying just be a spendthrift. You need to live within your means and determine what your budget is and so on and so forth. But again, are you afraid to use your money? It's just some food for thought. I'm not saying a person should do one thing or the other. We all have different lives and different ways that we view retirement and experiences with money and so on and so forth. So, I'm not telling you what to do here. I'm just asking you to entertain these different ideas. And I do have a video short that I did, a while back, and it was asking the question of, would you want more money or freedom? So I'm going to play that video. Hello, everyone. I have a question for you today. What do you value most? The opportunity to experience freedom on your own terms or higher monthly check from Social Security? Continuing to work full-time for a higher monthly check doesn't make sense unless you love your job or you are immortal. Most people think that some of the best years of their life may be from 62 to 70. So don't waste those years because you think the Social Security Administration will reward you for waiting longer. Collect your benefits at 62 and invest in yourself. Think about it. It's your money. In closing, I would like to remind you to focus on the present moment and enjoy the freedom and opportunities that retirement brings. It's not all about the money, and you don't need to chase other people's values. Retirement isn't a one-size-fits-all, and you don't need to travel the world, play golf every day, move to a beach town or a beach home because that's what somebody else's dream. What's valuable to others might not be valuable to you, and that's okay. So let me know if you agree with any of these thoughts and sound off if you disagree. Please give me a thumbs up and let me know in the comments, how you feel about all of this stuff. So until next time, stay curious, stay healthy, and trust your retirement journey. Please subscribe for more outside the box retirement ideas. I'm Marlene with Rebel Retirement. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.